All right. Okay, let's do this. So right now what am I doing? I'm smoking 3 racks of ribs outside. Like I just had a Biden moment. Like I'd be smoking them inside the house, right? So outside, I got the Pit Boss smoker going, smoking 3 racks of ribs, and I think they'll be done in about 4 hours. I am making a video of this, a quick how-to video. There's so many variations on how I do ribs from day to day. I thought I'd share this one. I also made an awesome sauce that I serve with the ribs. So I actually don't mop the sauce on. I'll serve it on the side. And I just made myself a roast beef sandwich. And I looked at that sauce I made earlier. And again, it's in the video, the barbecue video that I'll be posting later on tonight. I made a roast beef sandwich. I looked at the sauce and I just took a big spoonful. And instead of ketchup, mayo, the mustard, I did just the sauce. Layered my roast beef and mozzarella, not mozzarella, Swiss cheese on top of that. It was a lacy Swiss cheese, so it's mild. So anyway, I hope my voice is synced up a little bit better. I hope I can get some feedback on how it's doing. I learned how to do it, but it's an experimental thing. You basically change it by milliseconds until it's synced up with your video. Pristine Green, thank you so much for being in here. JK Pioneer, thank you so much. I hope I'm coming in loud and clear. So yeah, I'll have what will I have tonight for dinner? I'll have my ribs. I will have some lemon. I got it at the butcher shop. Lemon. It's a already made pasta dish with lemon and capicola ham mixed in with it and some basil, olive oil. I'll have that on the side and maybe some baked potatoes with some sour cream. I normally don't do the sour cream, but I'm going to forego the butter, cut back on the calories. It seems to be the hardest thing about getting back into shape is losing the gut. And it seems like everything I like to eat is just doubles the size of the gut. I have to cheat every now and then. My heroin, my drug of choice is ice cream. So I bought I kid you not, a full gallon of ice cream. I have this routine. I go on a strict diet, and then when it's time to cheat, I eat as much as I want in one day. I killed that gallon of ice cream. I'm not lying. It was Rocky Road. I killed it in a day and a half. Gone from opening it to throwing the empty container in the trash. Day and a half. So about a day and a half worth of just pigging out. Believe it or not, it helps keeps me on track. If I just quit altogether, it just life doesn't seem to be worth it. If you can't just cheat a little bit and just enjoy what life is for. What good is it? I'm trying to arrange this mouse here, this microphone. So I freaking just killed that gallon of ice cream. I see black screen. Anyone else? So Pristine Green is saying he sees a black screen. Is this true? Okay, Pristine Green, I don't know what to say. Everybody says it sounds and looks good. Esoteric, thank you for stopping by. Good evening. I've been meal prepping for a week all day today. So I'm curious, it sounds, when I hear that terminology, meal prepping, what do you, I immediately assume that you go to the gym a lot. What do you, or you're on a very strict diet. Esoteric, what are you prepping? What do you, what is on the menu for this week? Mathicus, Albrighticus, I can't even freaking say that name. It's good to see you nonetheless. So everybody's saying that my audio is a little bit, is synced up better. I appreciate that. Tim's channel, thank you so much. Buckeye, appreciate it. I really do appreciate everybody being here. I really do. Esoteric says pristine green is high on bot. You will eat the bugs. Mateo, thank you so much. Biggest, whatever. Twisted Clown, thanks for calling me old. He says, good to see an old face. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nothing that does makes me feel better than that. I'm sure you meant to say that. It's good to see somebody from the old days. Ken P, what's up? Looks good here. No, just trying to save money. Made 8 breakfast burritos to freeze, chicken, fried rice, and a pizza. So he's not a fan. Oh, so Twisted Clown, you're not a fan of the fish-eyed lens. And, I'm cool with that. But I got this nice background. In order to fit it all in, I went with a wide-angle lens. When I look at it, it's really not too horrible. I got an eye. It really doesn't look too horrible. There's a, when you look at the poles in the video, the vertical structures, yeah, you can see a slight bend, but as they come in, the middle ones are not as bent out. I'm trying to do this right here. Here it is. These 2 middle ones right here are not as bent out as the outer ones. I'm trying to point at it. When I look in the video, you get all miscombobulated. So yeah, the further out something is, a vertical structure will appear more curved, have more curvature. Understood. One of these days I'll buy a better camera. Right now, this is just a $400 GoPro, and it is what I could afford. And why do I like to have everything in here? Because some of this stuff has been donated. Obviously, my own army patch and whatnot. My dad's knife, actual knife from the Japanese War. Got a Donald Trump 999 coin. This fallout shelter sign. That's an actual fallout shelter sign. That came from the Pima mine right here, where the old nuclear missiles launch site was. I say is because now they turned it into a museum. That's an actual fallout shelter sign that came from that launch site. It's, if you guys want to look it up, it's in Green Valley, just slightly north of Green Valley, Arizona. So there's some nice mementos. I wanted to get the wide-angle lens. There's even more stuff outside of, more towards the front. There's the Constitution hanging up over there out of view, the Bill of Rights. There's things around this room that I can't really get into unless I rearrange the room. In front of me is my college degree, some photography I've shot. But I wanted to get everything in here that, some of this stuff was sent to me by you, the subscribers. This plaque, stickers, the Digibyte, the Digibyte blockchain sticker. Some of this stuff was donated. Not all of it, but some of it. And I want, when you send something, if it looks good and it looks presentable, I like to kind of use it as a backdrop, a decoration, so to speak. I know it sounds corny, but hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate shit like that. A couple of sheriffs have sent me their personal patches. San Bernardino County Sheriff, Springfield Police. That was their actual patches that they sent me. I mean, to me that's big. That's big. Buckeye, am I still adding to my silver stack? So yes, I am. It has slowed down considerably due to the economy, but I feel I have enough for now. So it's kind of a little expensive for me right now, considering that other financial obligations have increased in price. I have a nice stack in the safe right now with some gold. So I just don't see the need right now. I have made a few dollars in the crypto markets, and I am blown away of what I actually made in the crypto markets. I think silver, when we compare silver to cryptocurrency, I mean, obviously, I always said this, and I believe it. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. It's not actually yours, right? Silver, in my opinion, is it's an insurance policy. It's an insurance policy. If I ever get into dire straits, I can sell it in a moment's notice. It just takes a drive down to the local coin shop. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, a lot of people are against it. At first, I was as well. I bought some stuff for pennies, and was able to sell some of it for dollars. And I still have investments in the crypto market, so they're still looking good. Even though the crypto market has fallen, it has fallen nowhere near as low that I purchased at. So I'm not really concerned about it at this time. I'm actually hoping it's going to fall lower. Just like when I buy silver, I'm not really worried about silver going to $30, $40, $50, $100. I'm not worried about it because I don't need to sell it. I'm basically always in the acquisition phase. I'm always looking out for a deal down there recently, and their shelves are almost empty. So that's saying a lot. A lot of people are starting to get worried about the economy. A lot of people are hearing a lot of negative premonitions, or whatever you want to call them, about how the economy is going to be in the next, year or so. And everybody's preparing for the worst, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it being prepared. But I've always made promises on silver and gold to you folks. And I think pretty much have panned out. I mean, if you look at my videos back since 2016, 17, I was telling you buy silver and gold. And that's when it was in the $14 range, give or take. And now I'm saying cryptos are not so bad. And people like laughing at me like they were back when I first started making silver videos. Cryptos are not that bad. People have no problem wasting, literally, I'll say it, hundreds of dollars on whatever it is, Starbucks or whatever their weakness is, over time, when they could be purchasing cryptos. So I'll get laughed at for buying cryptos, and then almost like a pat on the back when I am seen with a drink, you know what I mean, that cost $7, $8. I can brag to somebody that I have $1 million in the bank account, which I don't, and they'll applaud me. I say anybody has $1 million in the bank account's an idiot. But if I told them I had $1 million in silver, bullion in my safe, they accuse me of just being a coin collector, an idiot, an imbecile, a child. So people are are just not aware of the markets, and they're not aware how the dollar bill is basically a vampiristic system. And cryptos are not that bad. Obviously, gambling is not a good thing, but if you happen to fall upon cryptos at a very low price and just forget you own them, and 2 years later they're worth dollars, is that so horrible that you profited off of a system that is not supposed to work? I'm not trying to sell you guys on cryptos. I don't make any money off of any cryptocurrency companies. I'm not sponsored by not one company, nothing, zero, zilch. I'm just telling you what I experienced, and that I got very lucky and was able to profit from the cryptocurrency markets. And I just feel that the time is ripe if you folks are thinking about getting into it. All kinds of things. What if there's solar flare? What if this? What happens if you have that? All right, so what if there's a solar flare? That means you should stop trying to survive right now. You should stop trying to succeed, to better yourself. I'm not going to better myself. Hell, there might be a solar flare. My power might go out. I might not be able to access my cryptocurrencies or my Ledger wallet. Oh my God. It makes no sense when people tell me, yeah, but if there's a solar flare, yeah, but if, planet Nibiru or whatever hits our planet. I get these stupid emails. They actually think a planet is coming our way to hit us. So we just lay down and roll over and just eat dog food for the rest of our lives? We just don't try to strive to make ourselves better because the power might go out and you might not be able to access it? I'm still trying. I'm a fighter. I'm still trying. So I urge you all not to worry about everybody's negativity. Those people who are negative to you normally have less than you. And they're trying to get you down to their level and possibly lower so they feel above you. They feel better than you. They are so disappointed with their own lives, they bring other people down. All those people that were laughing at us when we were first starting to stack silver, oh, I bet you if you went to their homes, they had zero. They had nothing. The freaking weeds are growing around their house. Their freaking cars are on concrete blocks. They had zilch. That's why I always say us silver stackers, we're better than most. Not better people. Financially, we're better is what I want to make sure I get across. Us silver stackers, we are financially better than most people. And I'm going to tell you why. Most people have money in the bank. However, that money is really just set aside for bills. Okay? We have money in the bank also set aside for bills, but we have a safe or a gun safe or wherever you might be keeping your silver. We have that. That's not put aside for any bills or debt. That is money that we own, not something that's in the bank that the borrower really owns. There's a big difference, and that's why I always say, if you have silver, and not many people have silver in their home, I would say it's maybe 0.5% of the human population stacks silver. And I think I might even be exaggerating on that. I'm going to just say 0.5% of the human population stacks silver. Me, I stack silver. I can do this. look at that neighbor, and I can do this. Look down the block at all those other neighbors. I can tell you I'm financially better off than them. They might drive better cars, but that's why that money's in the bank that they have. You see what I'm saying? It's set aside for that car. So, whatever, regardless of how much silver you have, you're doing better than most people. I'm sorry to say that. You are. And that's not coming from a conceited standpoint. I'm talking financially. Obviously, people are people. I'm not better than any other person when it comes to being a person. But financially, we're doing wonderful. We truly are. So yes, I'm smoking 3 racks of ribs. I'm just reading the comments now when I turn to the side. I'm going to have some ribs tonight for Labor Day. I'm going to have some ribs tomorrow for Labor Day. I'm going to bring some ribs for the rest of the week to work for Labor Day. Tamara Peabody, long time no see. There's a name from the past. That person, Tamara, goes back when I was first making silver videos. She can contest. She knows the negative remarks we were all getting for stacking silver. That's true. That's a true statement. Esoteric banks lend out your money. So you put in $1, they're allowed, and I forgot the terminology. It's been so long since I talked about this. They're allowed to lend out like 10 times your dollar. Imagine being able to lend out money you don't have. As long as you have $1 in the account, you're allowed to lend out 10 times that amount. Now, things might have changed. It might be 15 times, it might be 20 times. But the last time I researched this, it was 10 times the amount of money they have in their holdings that they're allowed to loan out. Imagine being legally able to loan out money you don't have. You just pop a couple of ones and zeros in the computer on their computer screen, on their bank account screen when the teller looks up there, and boom, that's all it is. It's loaning out digits. Ones and zeros. We're not even loaning out money anymore. We're just loaning out ones and zeros. It's a shame. Fractional lending, I think it's called, or fractional banking. I think it's called fractional lending. Gregory Thompson, what do you think of the I bonds that adjust to inflation? I don't know anything about the paper markets. I honestly will tell you, other than cryptos, I just don't own any stocks or anything. I got to have a caveat to that. My company invests in a 401k plan, and obviously we know 401k plans are composed of stocks and various bonds. However, I don't delve into them enough to know anything about it, so I don't even know about your I bond. However, when a company is investing for you, I'll take whatever it is, whether I agree with it or not. What do I think about monkeypox? Another scare tactic. Another scare tactic to keep you scared. And when you're scared, you're looking for somebody to protect you. And they're hoping that somebody is the government, themselves. I don't think much about monkeypox. I wasn't scared about COVID. I wasn't scared when I caught COVID. Not at all. Catching COVID was like getting kissed from God. It was a natural inoculation. The best inoculation. Damo Rocks AOR. Hello, you're exactly right. Don't listen to the negative people that are trying to bring you down. Those people are upset because they never achieve anything themselves. That is a true statement. Most of the time, they have nothing, they have done nothing. And when you make yourself better, when you improve yourself, they actually start to feel lower and lower and lower. Worthless, more worthless. The better others are around them. So, nameless, this question was asked of me yesterday about the blackouts. Obviously, the answer is yes. I think they're just going to be in certain states, one of which is California. I would venture to say that all the liberal-run states will have problems. That's not saying that the Republican-run states won't have problems, but just like COVID, who had more problems? Who had more, after it was all said and done with, who had more of a financial issue? It was the liberal-run states. Who has more homeless population? It's the liberal-run places. Now, before you all get mad at me, I am not a Republican. So that, you would assume that I'm beating on the liberals. I must be a Republican, right? I am not a Republican. But I can tell you something. I don't have this team mentality where I must follow a team. Oh, I'm on the team. Oh yeah, a little pom-poms and a little cheerleader. I don't believe in that shit. You're bad, you're bad. You're good, you're good, regardless of what your name is. World Economic Forum, where all the elites go to plan against you. That should tell you everything you need to know. Henrik Jarsbo. I'm not wearing my reading glasses. You ever notice, though, my eyesight's been getting better. I'm not wearing glasses and I can see now. There's something going on. I'll go up to the top. By the way, can I ask everybody a favor here? I'm not asking to borrow your lawnmower or your car or anything like that. But if you can help out this channel, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. When this video finally posts, give me a thumbs up, because the live streams are not posted yet. It's just they consider it a video in the making, and once I end the live stream, then it will post. I really would appreciate that. It helps support my channel. Who else is here that I don't know of? I just scrolled up a little bit. I would turn this around, but I probably would screw things up. Well, I'll try it anyhow. That's what I'm looking at. And right over here is all your comments. Okay? That's if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera all the time. Yeah. There's some other stuff right there, but I just want to make it right there. Nice even. Like my Silver Eagle on the back. Badass. That thing is badass. High definition Silver Eagle. John Hoochin, thank you so much for being here. Beto D, thank you very much. Ken P. DB, thank you so much for being here. Roan Wood, thank you. He's our one of our moderators, so don't say anything too disgusting. Every now and then you get these, I'll just say it this way, because I don't want to offend anybody. We'll get these flamboyant guys coming in, and they leave remarks about how they like to blow chrome. We'll just say that. And that's what Roan Wood's here for. Cheap Laugh Kennedy, I put $100,000 towards the national debt. Hope it wasn't a wasted contribution. Cheap Laugh Kennedy, thank you so much for being here. Buckeye, are you still adding? I already read your comments. I think I'm going to get towards the end again. Larry Summers, are you ready for the housing crash? I went on a big eviction company. I went in big on eviction companies and high yield dividends to protect myself from the recession. Somebody just walked up to our door, and now the dog's gonna bark. I hate it when they ring the doorbell. I'm just waiting for the dog to stop barking. I'm going to give him a ride in the carousel. We have a carousel here in our house. Unfortunately for the dog, the carousel is in the microwave. Anyhow, Larry Summers, I don't really think I need to worry at this time about the housing crash. Just like silver, just like gold, I'm not ready to sell my house. So if the price of my home, the value of my home fell, I wouldn't be too concerned. I do believe everything bounces back up, especially land and homes. So I'm not too concerned. Besides, I have an awesome interest rate on this home. Just trying to scroll down a little bit. Alan Van Cleve, fractional banking, and the average bank is 60 times leveraged when derivatives are factored. Okay, thank you. Again, Tamara Peabody, Esoteric. I'm just scrolling down now a little faster, getting to some of the new ones. Good Humor Man, repubs and demos. Fighting is our government arguing with itself. Ridiculous, but people buy into every second. So, Good Humor Man, I remember when I was a kid, the Good Humor trucks would come by. I used to love getting my ice cream from the Good Humor Man. I don't know if you folks remember that. The ice cream trucks. I used to love them. Abraham Salazar, pick up any unique silver pieces lately? Unfortunately not. I have not picked up anything yet lately. It's just a picture, so I know you're making a joke, Gregory Thompson. But every now and then somebody will say, how much does that silver eagle weigh? And I know you're joking, though. I wish it weighed 1,000 ounces. That would be so cool. If that was really a shadow box with a freaking inch thick silver eagle in there. 0.999 fine. Oh. No, it's not a Jehovah's Witness. However, I do think it's somebody from the church. We're not part of the Jehovah's Witnesses. But I think it's somebody, a friend from the church, that is trying to coordinate a lunch, which I won't go. I will not go. I'll catch the COVID at the last minute. I'll catch monkeypox. No, I won't catch monkeypox because you have to be to catch that. But I ain't going. My wife can go. I don't go to these freaking where you have to pretend to be perfect. It takes too much energy. You ever notice that? It takes too much energy to pretend that you're somebody you're not. It drains my energy to pretend to be somebody I'm not. So if I can't go out and enjoy a beer or a bourbon and cuss every now and then, I might as well stay home. Mike Trem, herd could be hard in Europe this winter. Most of them relying on Russian energies. Your thoughts? Yeah, I heard about that. And they're actually going around, and I kid you not, I just heard this on the news like 4 days ago. They're actually going out and chopping down trees in any trees that they can find because energy is so expensive. And I said this before because a lot of other countries have converted over to all electric vehicles. So check this out. I'm going to try to explain this, why electric vehicles are bad for even those people who don't even drive. Right now with the gas combustion engine, you pay for your own gas. You pay per mileage. As much as you drive, you pay for it. You solely pay for it. When you move to an electric vehicle, this is what happens. First of all, electricity. The electricity is produced by gas. Let's not forget that. But let's, for a moment, put that aside. When everybody gets an electric car and drives up the cost of electricity, because what happens when everybody buys a widget? Well, at first the price doesn't change. But once there's such a demand on widgets where the company cannot produce enough widgets, the price, what happens? It explodes. That's what's going to happen to electricity. They're going to talk everybody into getting onto an electric vehicle. And eventually, there'll be such a demand for electricity, electric prices will explode. Not just for people who have electric vehicles. It'll explode for people who don't even drive, who might just have a bicycle, who might just still have a combustion engine, because electricity will be in such demand it will drive up the prices. And this is how they get everybody in on it, whether you drive or not. Another little scam by your friendly government. And you mark my words, I'm saying here and now, and I've said it in the past. Your electric bill might be $300 a month. I know ours is approximately $250 to $300 a month. We don't have an electric vehicle. I can guarantee you, once everybody is on board with electric vehicles in the state of Arizona, I can guarantee you my electric bill will go $1,000, give or take 100. I'm expecting it fully. So that's what's going to happen. I just think it's bullshit, and that's what's going on. That gentleman or that person just made a comment about people in the UK. They're out chopping down trees to heat their homes right now. Not a lie. Yeah, here he is, Mike Trim. Heard his punctuation or words. Heard could be hard in Europe this winter, with most of them relying on Russian energies. Your thoughts? Thanks, my good man. Well, I just gave you my thought. Europe is unable to keep its demand, keep up with the demand of energy. The price is so high, people can't afford it anymore. They have to incorporate energy from Russia. That's pretty messed up. And Europe, who is that run by again? Again, I got to tell you, I'm not a Republican, but it's the liberals who run Europe. Everywhere you put a liberal in charge, they'll run it into the ground. And it's for control most of the time. I don't think they're stupid people. I actually think they're diabolical. They're evil, wicked, smart. And they use it to control. If you can't afford the gas, you can't move, right? You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Keeps you there. Keeps you into their economy. Yeah, we need the tax dollars. We can't afford to have him moving over to freaking Florida. Let's hike up the price of gas, food, and everything. Boom. That boy is stuck there now. I don't trust them for a second, government. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. I think the church lady is leaving. Yep, she's leaving. I don't go to church much anymore. Just like, I should, but the company I keep when I go there just drains me. Seaway 44, another moderator. I'm hiding out in the background. Thank you so much, Seaway. Everything good when we were kids is gone. Isn't that a true statement, Esoteric? Good humor man. Yes, 100. I do. I am 75 years old, is what he's saying. He remembers the good humor man. They would have little doors. It would basically almost be looking like a pickup truck with a box, an ice box on the back of it. And this ice box would have various different doors on it. And the ice cream is actually quite good. I know it's a hard question, but in your opinion, when will start seeing changes for a better future? I don't think we're going to start seeing better changes in this country until a better government is installed, is voted in. And even then, it's going to take a little time to undo the harm that they've done. So, here's my answer. Beta OD, I hope gold drops a lot also. I would love to get just a little bit more gold, if you know what I mean. And they're saying, there's one channel, he's been wrong a couple of times, so I don't want to give his name out, but he's been right a couple of times too. He's saying that freaking gold is going to be in the hundreds, not the thousands anymore. It's going to drop to the hundreds for a little while before it jumps way, way up. If he's right, that would be amazing. I'm not going to share his name because he's wrong a lot of times, and then every now and then he hits a ball out of the park. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to rely on his information for any of my investments. But I still enjoy his, no one's perfect. Only Jesus Christ is perfect. I still enjoy his YouTube channel. That doesn't mean I have to freaking ban him and everything. But I'm just not going to believe his prophecies, so to speak. We're no longer a wholesome community, but an international auction house and motel. Amen, brother. 999 Club, Gregory Thompson. I remember that. Yeah, Alan Van Cleve, I'm not perfect. And it's too exhausting. When I go to work, it is freaking exhausting. I work with some, and I'm not lying, I work with some of the most intelligent people on the planet. They're engineers. They're amazing people. And you have to be on your A+ game every minute you're at work. It's exhausting. It really is. It really is. And then I finally get around friends where I can relax, and I'm so exhausted mentally that I come across like a buffoon or something because just so much energy has been sucked out of you. Favorite bourbon? I'm not into any of the rye, but Maker's Mark is okay. I don't drink that much often anymore. So anything top shelf that they got wherever I'm at will do. I'm not into rye, and you know how that is. Let me read some more. Yeah, they're worried about the environment, yet they're forcing everybody on batteries. Oh, the fumes from electric vehicles are so bad. Let's get everybody on, battery-operated vehicles so that way they can throw away batteries and replace them and throw away more and replace them. And pretty soon it's leaching into our water. Huh. Oh, we'll be long gone. They won't blame us. I'll be retired with my $1 million mansion. And they can blame the current administration. Gregory Thompson, I'm embarrassed to say, unless my freaking cryptos go off the chain, I'm not close to a boat purchase. I'm not close to it. And just because I got lucky on some of the cryptos, that doesn't mean it took care of all my dreams and aspirations. It wasn't life-altering. Let's put it that way. One of these days I would like that, though. I'd love to buy a small boat, even a freaking 40-footer, 30-footer. You know, a 30-footer would be nice. But you know, boats are damn expensive, you know? Larry Summers, thank you so much for being here. Buckeye, again, thank you. Mark the Narc, well, there's a name that goes back a little ways. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Good Humor Man makes a good point. People are forgetting the agenda. You're gonna own nothing. And when you look at Microsoft and Adobe and some of these software firms, you're no longer able to buy their software. Now you lease it. You rent it. It's a good point. Thanks for your answers. This is Mike Trim. Thanks for your answer. I'm French Canadian from Quebec, Canada. Please excuse me for my punctuation errors when I chat with you, my friend. Always a pleasure to follow you. Thank you. And I don't mind the punctuation problem. Not even a problem. As long as I can decipher what you're saying, I'm good with that. I'm not judging you. DB in the house, thank you. Who else is here? Mr. Gas and Gas. There's a freaking name that goes back. Mr. Gas Gas. Void Runner. It's Shemitah. The next Sabbath year begins on the 27th of September. During the Shemitah year, the land is left to be fallow. Rocket Rod just had to turn on a space heater to take the chill out of my house in northern New York. I miss New York. I do. Mark Rainbow, thank you. Gunny Sargent, thank you for being here on this Labor Day. By the way, if you guys have just tuned in, I'm smoking 3 racks of ribs outside in the smoker. Oh, yeah. I'm making a video of it. Every now and then I'll go out there, flip the ribs around and do whatever. And I film another excerpt. And tonight I hope to post that video, the entire video. So there's a lot to do in a video, you know, especially something that takes 6 hours. You're out there incrementally 10 minutes at a time until you got until your ribs are done. You know, and then you splice it all together and you upload it. It takes time. A lot of time, actually. Sarasota is nice. I went to Florida a couple years back. We stopped in Sarasota. Really nice. Nighthawk Demon's late again. How long have I been going on here? Yeah, again, if you just tuned in, folks, the only way you can support my channel is subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. You know, I'm not asking for anything. Just if you can just do those 2 things on a regular basis, I really would appreciate it. It's the only way to get by YouTube's algorithms as well. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna let you folks go. It's been how long? Shoot, I can't even see this new screen now. It's like I don't even see how long I've been on anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna let you folks go. It's Labor Day. Enjoy your day off. Don't sit here and just have fun. You know, I know most of you got to go back to work tomorrow. Make the rest of your day worth it. You know what I mean? Take care, folks. Have a great